I like to envision people as colors, especially when I meet new people for the first time. The first question that comes to my mind is, if they were a color, what color would they be? For me to come up with an answer, I have to observe their mannerisms and personality. And even if I've seen you for like 2 minutes or you're just a random stranger passing by, I always have the thought, you look blue or green or pink. My mum is definitely a yellow person, not only because she's lighter than me in skin complexion, but she just gives off yellow vibes. She's bright, intellectual, full of optimism and hope. Like, whenever I think something won't work out and I miss out on opportunities because of this negative thinking, my mom is always like, you'll never know if you never try. And if you believe in something, you have to take that risk. And if it doesn't work, then at least you try to find that out. She's also a very happy person, lighthearted. So I try to incorporate all of these aspects of my mom into a yellow flower bouquet with hints of other colors to include her other subtle personality traits. Okay, so this is what I've got made so far. I've made 2 roses and I love this shade of yellow. It's so pretty. And then I have 5 of these daisies and I'm going to make the middle later on and you guys will see how I crochet the middle. And then I have 6 of these pink ones to make. I wasn't sure if I should make 5 or 6. I might make 5 actually to equal the number of daisies here. So yeah, I got 3 more to make. I'm working on one right now, so I basically have like 2 more to make. So I'm going to finish up these daisies and then I'm going to make the leaves of the rose and then I'll start assembling the bouquet. I also have lavender to make as well, but I don't know what shade of purple I want to use. So I think I'm going to assemble all of this first and then I will figure out what color I want the lavender to be, like what shade of purple. I'm going to finish doing this while eating my breakfast and then probably watch a crochet with me on YouTube. I haven't watched a crochet with me in a very, very long time, so I'm going to see which ones are out there. I have a love-hate relationship with making crochet flower bouquets. Whenever I see them on Pinterest, they always just look so pretty and I always want to make it. But whenever I get started on making it, it's just the most time-consuming, tedious process. But this was for my mom, so I decided to let all these feelings go aside and attempt to make this flower bouquet in one night. So I started off, I already had 2 roses ready, and then I was trying to think which other flowers that I could incorporate into this flower bouquet. So I decided to add these little daisies or daffodil flowers in white and pink, and these flowers is such an important addition to crochet flower bouquets because you don't want just roses like I've done in the past or just tulips like I've also done in the past, because with all my other crochet flowers it's just been one flower like a rose bouquet or a tulip bouquet. But here I wanted to try something that I've never done before and incorporate other flowers into it. I was just looking through my yarn and I found this really pretty mustard yellow kind of color, and I'm going to use this to make around 3 or 4 mini roses to also add into the bouquet, because since this is yellow themed I want to add like different shades of yellow. So I used this one for the roses, which is a very bright fun yellow, but then I want to kind of dull down the bouquet with this yellow by adding some pops of mini roses to add some color, and I think that's going to look really nice. So let's go ahead and make this. And yeah, these are perfect filler flowers as well. So instead of just having your crochet bouquet just one color, you can add pops of other colors. Like this bouquet is centered around the color yellow, but I also want other colors in there that are complementary to the color yellow. I hope that made sense. Although these are really tiny, they were very, very difficult to make. They took so long. It's very, very fiddly. So here is my strategy when it comes to making these bouquets. So I start off by making all the flowers first. So like I mentioned before, I made the roses, and then I made these daisies, and then I also wanted to make some other roses. So I found this mustard yellow colored yarn in my yarn box, and I was like, this is perfect. This goes with all the colors that I'm using. So I went ahead and made some mini roses. These took like 20 minutes to make. I know it sounds like kind of long, especially because they are so small, but I don't know. I don't even know what the issue is. Whenever I make small things, it tends to take longer than larger things, which is so weird. I just got the leaf pieces for these roses. I completely forgot the name of them, but this is for the mini roses, and I'm gonna go ahead and make the ones for the bigger roses. I only have 2 big roses, so it shouldn't really take me that long, but this really just looks like a star. I do not know what that sound is in the background. I think it's the neighbors. Anyway, let's just put that over here and then start making the ones for these large roses. And after I get the main flowers done, then I start crocheting the bottom leaves of all of the flowers if they need it. But I had to go out, so I packed some yarn in my handbag. I also wanted to make some lavender, so I took some purple yarn and my crochet hook, and I went to town with my family. We went to go and get food, but then it turns out that the wait in Nando's was 40 minutes, and we do not like waiting for that long, so we decided to go to Wingstop instead. And they said that we had to eat out, so you can't eat inside the building because it was full, all the tables were taken. So then we're like, okay, let's go to this other Wingstop location, and that one was also really, really full, so we decided not to go. So I ended up getting some matcha. It was my first time trying matcha, and I love it. I had this white chocolate matcha, which was delicious, and I also got a donut. And I did manage to crochet a little bit on the way there. I managed to crochet the bottom of my big roses, and I only had 2 to make, so that saved me a bit of time instead of waiting for me to come home and then crocheting all of that. I just got back home and I realized that I already have some lavender already made, which is so helpful. Ignore this mess on the floor. I'm about to start assembling all these flowers, so I have everything that I need. I'm so glad that I found this lavender because I didn't crochet any while I was out, so yeah, it's good that I have this. So yeah, I'm gonna assemble all these mini flowers and all the large flowers, and then these ones are going to be so time consuming, but we're going to try and get everything done tonight. Like, it literally has to be done tonight, no other day. So yeah, let's get started. Like I mentioned before, I needed some lavender to go inside the bouquet, and I really didn't want to crochet any lavender. Like, when I was on my way to town, I didn't even crochet the lavender because I just didn't feel like it. But then when I came home, I realized that I already have lavender, so I just grabbed that and put it on the floor next to all of my other flowers, and then I began assembling everything. This process was really, really long. I was getting a little bit carried away. I already assembled these flowers without recording, but just look how perfect these yellow roses look. I love making bouquets. I'm not really sure about these mustard yellow ones, but it should be okay. But I'm going to start assembling these small daffodils now. And my entire family was waiting on me to finish it because we wanted to watch Con Mum together. My mum recommended it for all of us to watch, and it's actually really good, so I do recommend it. It's actually really, really interesting. The plot twist at the end was crazy, but yeah, it was a really enjoyable series. Sitting on the floor while crocheting is actually so comfortable. So I just finished making these little daisy daffodil type flowers, and despite how tiny they look, they're just so time consuming to make. So here we have the entire bouquet, and I'm gonna wrap it and make it look really pretty, then give it to my mom and then go to sleep. I'm so tired. I do have a couple flowers I might want to add in this. I'll show you like right now. So I have this light yellow carnation flower, and then the same shade of this tulip, and I think it'll look really nice in the entire bouquet. So I'm gonna find a way to assemble this really nicely, and then we'll package it together. Oh, this already looks nice, like this. This is really pretty. And then after a while, I finished all of the flowers. I was so relieved. I finished it around 9:45, which is basically my bedtime, but I could not sleep because I still had to watch Con Mum with everyone, so I ended up sleeping around midnight, which is way past my bedtime. I was so tired. I couldn't even discuss what we just watched after. I went straight to sleep. But I really like how I arranged the flowers as well. One thing about me is that I really struggle with packaging flowers. Like, I don't know if this looks good or bad, honestly. I should watch tutorials on how to package flowers a lot better, but I don't think it was terrible. I've definitely packaged a lot worse. Like, my first flower bouquet that I made for my brother when he graduated university, oh my goodness, it looked really bad. I'll insert a photo if I can find it, but yeah, it wasn't the best, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. Alright guys, this is the bouquet complete. Right now it's about 10:15, and I'm really tired, so this was kind of rushed, but it still turned out really pretty. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and tomorrow inshallah I will take photos and, you know, post on my TikTok and everything. But yeah, it looks really pretty, especially from the front here. Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next one.